Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light, ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on this shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seeds as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
Hey guys, how you going? Okay, we're going to go straight into the news. How you going, Deb, Stu, Paul, Deb J as well, Kevin? Good to see you guys. Okay, Senator Babbitt said, and if anyone does this makes me think the opposite, okay? Breaking news in leftist land. Democratically elected senator is a threat to democracy. Who is Independent Australia, has said Ralph Babbitt is a threat to democracy. Now, any time that the mainstream says things like this makes me think this is a good person to vote for. Yeah, look at that. Hard times create strong men create good times create weak men. You are here. Weak men create hard times. I repeat, exit the UN. Okay, so that Babbitt is a good one to vote for, if you're wondering what small parties to vote for, and he backs the trumpet of patriots, actually. Okay, Wall Street Mav said European leaders are retarded. Danish MP Mette Frederiksen. Peace in Ukraine is more dangerous than the ongoing war. Is she a moron? She won't end the war because Putin might attack someone else in the future. Under that logic, there's no end to war ever. That is insane. Let's have a listen to the insanity.
I don't think we should panic, but I think we are in a hurry. And I think we have been in a hurry for 3 years, but now we really have to scale up and to speed up because Russia and Putin is not only threatening Ukraine, but all of us. And we have to be able to defend ourselves. My idea about Ukraine is the same as it has been now for 3 years, that they have to win this war. And if we allow Russia to win the war, I'm sorry to say it directly to all of you, he will continue and they will continue. And maybe we will even give them a better situation than today, because if we end this war now with some kind of a frozen conflict, a ceasefire, it will give Russia the possibility to return to Russia, to mobilize more funds, people, and maybe to attack another country in Europe.
Russia has not threatened anyone, any European countries, other than they want NATO to back off. And you go first, love. See you on the front line. We hope to see you on the front line. Okay, Craig Kelly said, looks like the punter has finally exposed himself as a stooge for the subsidy-seeking renewable sector in the Teals. I'm going to show this because I actually promoted this guy. I thought he was okay. Until you watch a few of his videos, then you find out which side he's really on. Because make no mistake about who is really behind the anti-nuclear push. It's the same bludgers pocketing all the subsidies from renewables and want to flog big batteries. The facts that you can't run a grid on solar and wind alone, you need reliable base load power to get through winter's long nights, where solar power is useless for 16 hours of the day and you can't rely upon the wind. So you need either coal, gas, nuclear or big batteries. And big batteries are going to run into a sum of close to $1 trillion and bankrupt the nation. And don't overlook the massive CO2 emissions in the battery manufacture. And if you have nuclear or coal, you really need to run the plants 24 hours a day, making additional solar and wind redundant. So that's why the subsidy-seeking renewable grifters are so anti-nuclear, because Punter is too. And if you understand, he seems to be like a teal Labor type of person, okay? So just beware, okay? I don't know why we can't just use the coal we've already got, but anyway, hey. Bronze Giant said, the guardian of the temple, Toulouse, France. Guardian? I see a demon. What on God's green earth is this thing? Yep, it's got the horns, it's got the boobs. It's got like spider legs. Yeah, that's just great. Look, France have been known for a long time to be the biggest progressive nation there is. So why does this not surprise me? But I think it's disgusting. That is so weird. I'm not playing any of the volume, so look, it looks like it's got these freaking spider leg things. I hope we're not going to really see things like this in the future. Imagine something like that walking down the street. Come on. Okay, the general said, breaking, the CIA initiates a Doge-inspired purge, ordering employees to an off-site location to surrender their badges. Go, guys, go. Okay, True Stormy Joe. Oh, there's a Delta. Number 29593419, Hussein LBRY, class doc move. Yeah. Hussein gave the order to start the spy campaign. It was logged officially 2 times, 1 time domestic, 1 time foreign. FISC judge, White House meeting. White House visitor logs are important. Hussein LBRY, class doc move. Attempt to shelter, protect, who has authority to obtain. The more you know. Musk's Doge terminates the lease at Obama's presidential library site. Documents from the Obama administration have been transferred to the Barack Obama Presidential Library. You may send your request to the Obama Library. However, you should be aware that under the Presidential Records Act, presidential records remain closed to the public for 5 years after an administration has left office. Rated by the good guys per POTUS, shockingly quiet, no leaks. Presidential libraries are put in place to retain control over self-incriminating C-doc releases, classified doc releases, I think it is. Scam, review the law. What is different, R.E. Hussein's library, presidential library? Who controls? These people are really stupid. So there you go, coming true as we speak. But hey, it's just a fake psyop, apparently. MURCH said Justin Trudeau and the Liberal Canadian... Hang on, is that supposed to be Canadian Party? Are in trouble. Looks like Canada has started investigating fraud and abuse. Canadian Doge. After 9 years, Justin Trudeau has shown he's not worth the cost or the corruption. The Speaker has just recently ruled that, that all House business, all government business, must be put aside while members of Parliament consider Liberal corruption. Liberal corruption has gotten so bad they've ruled that all other businesses must be suspended until the scandal is investigated. Loving it. Trudeau is a Liberal, global, New World Order puppet. Yep, okay. Hopefully. I've got my fingers crossed for you guys in Canada. Go Canada. Okay. Doge Tracker said major update from Doge. Federal Judge Carl Nichols has ruled that President Trump can move forward with dismantling US aid. Elon and Doge can continue auditing. Next up, abolish Department of Education and visit Fort Knox. You know what I think about Fort Knox? You know those little gold-covered chocolate coins that you can buy? Now, why do I think that's what they're going to find in Fort Knox? I don't think it's real gold, not all the way through anyway. The outside may be plated. I think we're going to find a lot when they go into Fort Knox. I really do. And will all the numbers match? Will all the because gold bars are normally stamped. And I'm wondering if the numbers are going to match up. And I think probably not. But I do think that it's more likely going to be like those little gold-wrapped coins that you can buy, the little chocolate gold-wrapped coins. Okay, Thomas Massey said I just reintroduced and the Fed. Title, Federal Reserve Board Abolition Act, HR 1846. Americans would be better off if the Federal Reserve did not exist. The Fed devalues our currency by monetizing the debt, causing inflation. And the more the government spends, the higher the inflation gets. Anthony de Rosario, Cyclone Alfred. Albo comes to Brisbane ahead of Cyclone Alfred like we need another slow-moving depression full of piss and wind. Yeah, Anthony Albanese is a slow-moving depression. He really is. We feel it more and more the more time goes on. Okay, this is a couple of posts about the cyclone. RT today said the real reason why Cyclone Alfred hasn't made landfall yet. Cyclone Alfred is waiting for a welcome to country ceremony so he can enter Australia. Because you can't do it without a ceremony, okay? Just can't be done. Okay, Liz said serial killers are either getting bolder or there's a cyclone coming. Bring your own shovels and zip ties. Oh, God. Aussies have got a good sense of humour, mate. Jane said, I come from the land down under. Okay. Cyclone's coming. This is what Australians do, okay? Make the most out of it, guys. Okay, there's that one. And then there's this one. Dr. Wolf said this is the way Australians on the Gold Coast are not worrying about cyclone fear porn. I think this was the start of it before it got all muddy. Oh, they were going down on surfboards and boogie boards by the look of it. Okay, anyway, they're surfing down the hill. Oh, that's got to burn. Grass burn. Then this one, red kids out there being darn kids. Ready? Cyclone's coming. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think it's a fizzer? Do you think it's going to fizz out? Do you think they're hyping it up? Okay. Plato? Is that how you say that? Said, so Canada can put Canadians first, but Americans can't put America first? Okay, got it. And that was Pierre. I can't say his last name for the life of me. Talking about Trump and the tariffs, and he's going to go hard. Okay, Let's see it. Deborah said, Cyclone Alfred, seriously, Wednesday, my usual Costco shopping day. I got ran over several times by Asians, Pacific Islanders and Sudanese as they were panic buying water. What the fuck? We have perfectly good tap water. I'd question the perfectly good tap water, but hey, look, you know, I don't know. I think they believe the news. Okay. Dale of Creswick said, see, even in an emergency, no one wants the vegan food. Everything else is sold out except the vegan food. It's not the only thing that's not sold out. You've got the nut milks, like almond milk and things like that. Okay, Omnicentrist Microchip 1984 said, far Canada, make Australia the 51st state of the USA. We're more useful. Not only do we have minerals, we have Pine Gap Spy Base. And people are calling for Pine Gap to be closed off to America because they're believing the mainstream news right now. I need to get adopted by an American family. Okay. Someone get me out of here. Okay, XRP Wales said, breaking, CEO of Ripple XRP, Brad Garlinghouse, is confirmed for the first White House crypto summit on the 7th of March. Very, very interesting. And the founder of Cardano and the founder of Solana and the founder of Tether and the founder and CEO of Circle, the co-founder of Ethereum, founder and CEO of ARK Invest, CEO of Ripple, CEO of Crypto, CEO of Kraken, CEO of Robinhood, CEO of Coinbase, co-founder of Chainlink, co-founder of TrumpLink, World Liberty Financial, managing partner at Multicoin Capital, CEO of Exodus, Paradigm, Bitcoin Magazine, and Strategy. Looks very interesting. Keep your eyes out and ears out for that one. Ian Miles Chong said Elon Musk confirms the NIH ran feminization experiments on rats so it could use them on boys. Insane. Amuse said Doge, Democrats at NIH have been trying to feminize male rats to perfect the process to use on American boys. Yesterday, NIH cancelled 7 grants for transgender experiments on animals, including $532,000 to use a mouse model to investigate the effects of cross-sex testosterone treatment. $33,000 to test feminizing hormone therapy in the male rat. Department of Government Efficiency, there it is. Elon Musk said, as demented as it sounds, that is actually the reason they give. Oh, dear God. Okay. World of Funds replying to Elon Musk, who said, I have a problem here too. The astronauts were only supposed to be up there for 8 days. Now they've been there for 8 months. SpaceX could have sent up another Dragon and brought them home 6 months ago. But the Biden White House, not NASA, refused to allow it. President Trump asked to bring them back as soon as possible, and we are doing so. So let's go back and see. Okay. World Hall of Fun said, and I agree with World Hall of Fun, why do NASA astronauts' hair remain fixed in zero gravity while on ISS but waves around in zero gravity chambers on Earth? Please take all the time you need. If you see this is not how your hair naturally goes in zero gravity. This is like gel and hairspray galore. I wouldn't light a lighter near their hair, put it that way. Yeah, see, this is what it looks like, real. It floats around. It doesn't stick straight up in the air like this. Okay, if you're seeing stuff like this, fake. Sorry, but it is. Okay? So I agree with this person. That is not how your hair would go. That is. Okay? So do I need to go back? Yes, I do. Okay, Flat Earth Zone said, look at the hair on the ladies in this clip. If you think that's due to zero gravity and not hairspray, then you've been successfully indoctrinated. Look at this. Come on, man. You can't expect us to believe this shit. Are you serious? I don't buy this for one. Look, come on, man. No freaking way in the wide world. That's not... Oh, my God. Okay, here we got another one. Libs of TikTok said, holy schlit, astronaut who's stranded in space says it's true that Elon offered to rescue them earlier. Biden didn't accept for political reasons. Straight up evil. I don't believe it. I'm sorry. I don't believe it. Look at the hair. I don't care how many of you tell me this is not real. I don't care how many. I don't care if Elon tells me that he's going to go and save people in space. This is bullshit. Sorry, but it's bullshit, okay? Alexandria Duggan said self-fulfilled prophecy. Russia is a threat. It will attack us, make war with us. Russia has no intention to do that. Decision. If Russia doesn't attack us, let us attack it first. It will reply. And fact-checking is done. Russia attacks us. Ukraine did that. Now Macron repeats. Yeah, Macron's starting to say the same thing. Here you go. I don't know, he married a man. Shadow of Ezra said French President Emmanuel Macron. I don't trust his judgment. He married a man. French President Emmanuel Macron, in a televised address, declared that Vladimir Putin and Russia now pose an immediate threat to all of Europe. They're trying to scare you into backing them, backing a war. He accused Russia of turning the war into a global conflict, assassinating political opponents, manipulating elections in Romania, and carrying out cyber attacks. Macron warned that a Russian invasion of the rest of Europe is now a real possibility. Do you believe him? Russophrenia, a condition where the sufferer believes Russia is both about to collapse and take over the world at the same time. So they either have a really good army or they have a shit army, and what are you worried about? Oh, my God. These people are crazy. I'm not going to play the video, but Europe said this idiot had millions of Muslims invade France and now he wants to defend Europe? Macron must be arrested and handed over to the Russians right now. Okay, Mrs. S, 2023, said another broken Albanese promise. The emergency weather warning system promised to Queensland 3 years ago has not been delivered. The incompetent Dill Albo says it was more complex than expected. But Mardi Gras is more important. Weak men create hard times. That is exactly what we have. Okay. Then we have proud Queenslander. First, we had Virgin Airlines advising Albo and Richard Marles that China were carrying out live fire exercises close to our coast. Now we have Sky News advising Albo and Marles about a Hezbollah about to arrive here. Do you feel safe with Australian Labor in charge? Well, no, now apparently because of the backlash, they have stopped it. Okay. Artemis Moon pointed this out, and honestly, I agree. Australia, do not do this, as it will guarantee Albo will get in again. Do not believe Bosey. 2025 federal election, it's Ricardo Bosey who's telling people to boycott the ballot. You do that, if you were going to vote for small parties and you do this, oh, you might as well just expect Labor, or the Greens, even worse, or the Teals to get in, okay? Seriously, vote like your life depended on it, because it bloody well does. Okay, Aussie Bot said there's no peacekeeping mission. Sending Aussie troops to Russia's border is sending them to their death. Send every Aussie we have and it'll be piss in the wind. Russia will never roll over. Sack the warmongering woke-tard traitors. Albo and Dutton are the enemy. Save Australia. Melinda Richards said the worst on so many levels, the worst. Let's have a listen to this moron.
Now, Australia stands ready to assist. We've contributed $1.5 billion with $1.3 billion for military assistance directly. There's discussion at the moment about potential peacekeeping, and from my government's perspective, we're open to consideration of any proposals going forward. Australia has historically played an important role in areas including in Africa, in Cyprus, in a range of peacekeeping areas. We want to see peace in Ukraine. Now, Australia stands ready to assist. We've contributed...
Oh, dear God. You go first, mate. See ya. All of you, look, the two people standing behind you and your families all go first. See you later. And then you can take all the Muslims that and all the Indians and all the people that you've let into Australia, you can take them with you to fight too. Off you go. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Should it just be a one-way ticket, do you think? Don said, voters beware. Please understand that if you vote for the Teals or other independents, you will get another 3 disastrous years of failed weak elbow. Yes, don't vote for the Teals or the independents. People who are independent, just be careful. Vote for the Libertarian Party, all the small parties. One Nation, Trumpet of Patriots, those ones. Mrs. S, 2023, said the Teal squeals are now talking about tax reform. Why has it taken them 3 years on election eve to start talking about this? Vote Greens and Teals last. Don't let these people get in charge, please. God help us if they do. These are like the young global leader, young global shaper people, right? Infiltrating our country. Don said, who needs more reasons not to vote Teal? You could not make this verbal diarrhea. Do not vote Teal. If you do, you will also get weak elbow for another 3 years, and Australia cannot afford that. Rob Smith. Sally Stegall, or Stegall, whatever her name is, just said on Sky News that the cyclone approaching Queensland could have been stopped if we transitioned to solar and wind earlier. She said it's only occurring because we burn coal. She also said the wind from the cyclone could benefit wind turbines. Really? Well, why do they turn the wind turbines off in high winds? Hey? Because it might overheat the motor, the blades might go flying off, the whole thing might fall over. Oh, my God. Yeah, when you've got one iota of sense in your head about this world. Uncle Daddy says I have to wash my cat. I'm not saying that. But I agree. Right? I agree that's one brain cell, mate. Seriously. Okay, so cyclones don't happen when you use solar and wind, but the winds from the cyclone would be really good for the wind power, except they turn them off. Mate, honestly, I don't know. And how do normal people in Australia not see this and think, what an utter moron? I don't know, they voted for this moron, I don't know. Come on, man, said Albo continues to blow the budget and make promises he can't keep in a desperate attempt to fool people to vote for his atrocious government again. The Australian people know Albo's a liar and find it utterly pathetic. He's scared to call an election. Oh, wow, no. There we go. As he blows another $35 billion. He's not blowing anything except hot air, okay? Maybe some of the people at the Mardi Gras. He's promising things that he can't deliver. That's what he's doing. Like the $275 off your power bill. Okay, listen to this garbage.
$1.2 billion announcement today. $5 million, $10 million, $200 million, $3 billion, $350 million, $2 billion, $37 million, $842 million, $2.4 billion, $8.5 billion, $4.8 billion. $0.2 billion.
He's plucking numbers out of his ass, seriously. He's just plucking them out of his ass and saying, oh, we're going to promise this much and this much and this much and this much. Don't tell him we can't deliver it. Okay. Paul Cipula said, arrest Boston Mayor Michelle Wu and deport her. At this point, leaders who obstruct deportation efforts need to be deported themselves. They've lost their right to citizenship. They've committed treason. Well, instead of deporting them, hold them, put them in Gitmo. Okay, Lara Logan said John Brennan has a lot to answer for. It will be a great day when he finally faces accountability for his crimes, to include treason and sedition. General Mike Flynn said John Brennan states Zelensky is a very principled individual. John, the guy played piano with his testicles. Talented maybe, but not principled. Go away, angry man, and take your comrade Barack Obama with you. Elon Musk, you need to order every contract JB was signed on to post his tenure at the CIA and while he maintained his security clearance. The storm has arrived. John Brennan is panicking so hard that he's going on TV and advising world leaders to stand up to Trump and stop folding and bending. He commends Zelensky and Justin Trudeau for their aggressive stances with Trump. This is treasonous behaviour. Let that sink in. He's telling foreign countries to go against the President of the United States. Where does his priorities lie? Certainly not with the American people. Or his loyalty, sorry. One more backwards. Okay. Yep, that was that one. Lara Logan said John Brennan has a lot to answer for. It'll be a great day when he finally faces accountability for his crimes, to include treason and sedition. And it was the same post as I just read. Vicky B said Schumer, Victoria Newland, Anthony Blinken, Alexander Vindman, Condoleezza Rice and top Democrats caught in a secret meeting before Zelensky meeting to undermine President Trump's peace talks. This is treason. Prosecution needs to follow. Interfering with presidential peace talks is treason. This cannot be tolerated. Oh, Susan Rice, not Condoleezza. Okay. Is that right? Okay, Gunther Eagleman said what these mayors are doing, it's treason. I'm still on that same. No, I'm not. Libs of TikTok, what the mayors are doing. What are the mayors doing? The congressional hearings today with the 4 Democrat mayors of sanctuary cities is astonishing. Democrats simply don't care about the safety of American citizens. They prioritise criminal illegal aliens at the expense of their constituents. We knew this already, but to watch them basically confirm it is simply stunning. And then Gunther Eagleman said what these mayors are doing is treason. Back again. News Treason Channel 17 said how many more ways can they tell us? You are watching a scripted movie. John Rambo said Elon Anon keeps dropping truth and people still can't grasp it. Grasp it. Keck. Keck means lol. Okay. Elon Musk said they're all actors reading a script. Libs of TikTok said Chuck Schumer, Elizabeth Warren and Cory Booker, posted identical videos word for word right before Trump's speech. You are watching a movie. Hello. Robert Beadle said, as we just saw, 22 senators are beyond compromise. They're owned by an outside person or group, but not the American people. Per the law, they appear guilty of treason, bribery, conspiracy, espionage, FARA violations, misprison, and more. Elon Musk said, how many of the puppets below also have a picture with Soros? High correlation, I bet. The entire Democratic Party is an optical illusion of smoke and mirrors. That's this thing again. Oh, my God, where I can't handle it. You know this.
They bring prices down starting on day one.
They're all puppets. They've all got a script. They're all saying exactly the same thing. Maybe not at the same time. That's why we hear that confusion. But they are saying exactly the same thing. Okay. The researcher said Alexander Vindman apparently implicates his brother in treason by saying that he went directly to his brother's office after the Zelensky call in Trump 1.0. Oh, the Zelensky call. Remember that? In Trump 1.0, which led to Norm Eisen's impeachment, which was about pre-bunking Joe Biden's Ukrainian corruption before the 2020 election. It's imperative that the Trump administration start investigations into everything since 2016 and before, or the treasonous activities won't stop. That includes finding out if Vindman was involved in the Zelensky fiasco as reported last week, and I'm sure he is. Not 100% sure if the board said anything about Alexander Vindman, but I've heard of him over the years. in the last 8 years. Cat Turd said treason. Brianna Morello said the Biden regime funneled nearly $20 billion into newly founded environmental groups, according to the New York Post. Kamala Harris handed over a check for nearly $7 billion to a group called Climate United Fund. This group does not appear in the IRS's charities database and has no federal filings. Let that sink in. The non-profit fund had only been incorporated 5 months before the check was handed over. The cash for the charity came from a huge $370 billion climate slush fund of taxpayer money overseen by Clinton political consultant John Podesta. You know, I showed you yesterday those pictures of John Podesta and his art and his brother, Tony Podesta. Those ones. It's all connected, guys, a whole lot. Arta Pawlowski, you are a traitor to Canada and you should be charged with treason. You are a tyrant and I will keep supporting the Free Republic of the USA. Melissa said Justin Trudeau just told Canadians to cancel their US vacations, stop buying USA products and continue to booing the United States national anthem. Wow, this is not good. And people are going to follow him? You're going to do what he tells you now, all of a sudden? No. Oh, be careful. The Real Dark Judge said would be a shame if a royal request was made to arrest and extradite any and all politicians in the UK going against President Trump. Yes, a shame that. Yeah, we'd love a royal commission into arrest and extradite any and all politicians in the UK going against President Trump, including Australia. We will add that to the list of crimes of treason against the Crown. Let's go. American Patriot said, do you know the majority of high-level judges are going to Gitmo, don't you? I have had this discussion before. Treason carries the death penalty. Step up one and all, judicial system. Take your final seat and be judged by God himself, because they will be very shortly. What are we doing here? Elon Musk has responded to his own post. My post below was almost 2 years ago. Stop sending men to die for nothing. Enough is enough. Elon Musk said the flower of Ukraine and Russia youth are dying in trenches with no meaningful change in territory. Elon Musk said failure to stop would be treasonous insubordination to President real Donald Trump as the commander-in-chief. Treason is a serious crime. Doesn't it carry the death penalty? I believe so. Mark McMullen said cutting electricity off to millions of Americans could be considered an act of war. As a Canada-US dual citizen, Ford Nation is committing treason against the USA. They hang people for treason in some countries. Oh, this is getting interesting. Still in Canada, Brett said, Green Party drunkard Elizabeth May says the biggest threat to democracy is disinformation online. She goes on to say if the Conservatives win the next election, she wants the Liberals, Greens, NDP and Bloc to form a coalition to overtake them. That sounds like a bigger threat to democracy to me. It's getting very, very interesting, actually. Okay. Steve 2A, God Family, and whatever else is going on here. Sorry, I can't see it. These Dems and Rhino warmongers are the ones who persuaded Zelensky to reject the minerals deals. Because of this, thousands more Ukrainians could die in its war with Russia. All because they hate Trump and peace. It sounds like treason to me. And what's the penalty for treason? See all these people? Yep. Just remember their faces. They all got a seat at the table. The table to hell. Hey, where's Jesus? He needs to flip this table, mate. Anyway. Okay, Lagboat said the last time a King Charles committed treason, he lost his head. Disclosed TV said new Muslims observing Ramadan in Windsor Castle. What in the hell? Oh, dear God. There you go. That's where your king stands. Is he your king? They're not upside down. No. I hope they're not upside down crosses. No, my eyes are bad. I can't tell. That's disgusting. You freaking sell out. Sell out of a king. Yeah. I'm not so much in disagreement now, you know. Okay, Derek Evans said, breaking, Elon Musk reportedly suggests Adam Schiff committed treason regarding Ukraine connections. It's the truth and should be investigated. Eric Erickson said, how is this not treason? What is it? Eric Erickson said, do you know about this? It's insane to me to think that this is going on, along with the police stations that nobody mentions anymore. Canadian Army. Fact Friday, the Army deployed a team of 4 observers from the Canadian Army Advanced Warfare Centre to China. The Chinese PLA accepted a reciprocal invitation from the CA to observe winter survival training in Petawawa. How is this not treason? Could our relationship to the CCP be negatively impacting how America is dealing with us? I think so. Elon Musk said, did Adam Schiff commit treason? Sounds like he did. Mario Norfall said Senator Schiff in deep trouble over Ukraine connections. Eric Caramella, CIA Ramella, the whistleblower tied to Trump's 2019 impeachment, is back in the spotlight over Adam Schiff's Ukraine connections. I remember when people being censored for saying the name. Former diplomat Andrei Talashenko says he was in the room with Caramella, however you say that, when he met with Obama and Biden to discuss Ukraine. Now, FBI Director Kash Patel, who exposed the Russia hoax, allegedly has strong feelings about Schiff's role in all of this. Watch Shifty Schiff get held accountable. Fletch17 said, did you know a Supreme Court justice can be impeached by a simple House majority vote? Did you also know that treason is considered a high crime? I do believe, isn't it the death penalty? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think treason is death penalty. Anyway, don't you worry about that. Said in 1899, a cyclone hit Cape York. 100 vessels destroyed and 350 people were killed. Estimate winds of 300 kilometres an hour. It's time to drop the climate change grift. Can you imagine a cyclone hitting this thing? This thing would just be scattered all over the countryside. Ask the Leylands, ask the Leylands. Okay, the Road Knight said scientists say climate change likely intensified the cyclone. Scientists? Yeah, I don't trust them. Well, fortunately here in Australia, the opposite's true. Cyclones are less frequent and less intense. Macron visits cyclone-wrecked Mayotte as death, I don't know how to say it, as death toll expected to rise. Scientists at the Imperial College London say climate change likely intensified. Tropical cyclone Cheeto from a Category 3 to a Category 4. And here in Australia, they're going down. Look, back here in 1984, that was huge. Look at this. We're down here somewhere. I wouldn't worry about that. Just worry about the winds, really. I don't know what it's like up there, but you know. Yeah, Cyclone Tracy, exactly, Zena. Roller said Chinese warships on the east coast of Australia, all of a sudden a massive cyclone to hit. Just another freaking coincidence. I'll add to the list of 80 that I already have. Yeah, there are no coincidences. An Aussie Voice said Cyclone Alfred, in case people still thought weather modification was a conspiracy theory, have a look at this man who runs a weather modifying company which has been allowed to modify Cyclone Alfred. David Miles said public notice, time, date, 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Australian Eastern Standard Time, Tuesday, 4th of March, 2025. As a result of private backers stepping forward to fund this unique project for coastal southeastern Queensland and northern New South Wales, Atmospherica has, at 12 a.m. on the 4th of the 3rd, 2025, so the 4th of March, commenced a tropical cyclone Alfred. Why did they cut it off there? They should have shown us more. Okay. No more pictures? I would have liked to see the rest of it. Yeah, I'm sure they were conducting an experiment on Tropical Cyclone Alfred. Hipstergeddon said a Virgin Australia flight from Brisbane to Auckland has spotted a cyclone off the Queensland coast and has notified the Department of Defence. Because they can't see it themselves. It's a joke, by the way. Because Virgin Australia was the first one to let our defence know that Chinese ships were circling Australia. Our defence is too busy looking at the DEI and the furry people. Craig Kelly said Albanese serial misinformation spreader. The very same day Anthony Albanese's misinformation and disinformation bill was being debated in Parliament, Albanese was out spreading mis and disinformation by falsely claiming there were more cyclones, bushfires and floods. This is a lie peddled by rent-seeking climate grifters, and it's the first pillar of the money-making net zero scam. The best long-term data is clear. There is no increase in cyclones. There is no increase in bushfires. There's no increase in floods. Yet our compromised and corrupted mainstream media refuses to call out the climate grifters' lies or even debate them. And even if there was an increase, it's a scam and a hoax to believe we can get better weather by importing solar panels and wind turbines from China to power our country. Insane people. Okay, come on, man. I'm saying that every day of the week, believe me. Albo's desperately trying to use a cyclone as an election platform now. The pathetic PM is hoping other people's misery will boost his disastrous polling. Oh, did it again. 3 years of nonsense and ideological idiocy, Labor have nothing good to spruik for their atrocious wasted time. Yeah, except holidaying all the time and drinking beer. And talking like this because he can't seem to open his teeth. I don't know what's going on there, but he talks a bit funny. Timbo said 3 New South Wales wind farms clear final hurdle. Tanya Plibersek sneaks in controversial wind farm proposals under the cover of chaos Cyclone Alfred is causing near Brisbane. Oh, okay, now I see it. Reports of severe blackouts before the storm hits as wind farms can't cope. Yeah. 3 New South Wales wind farms clear final hurdle despite environmental concerns. Jesus, it's really, they're morons, mate. Alfred stalls again, shifts further north as first blackouts occur. Senator Matt Canavan said Alfred is caused by climate change. This is all the cyclones to hit Queensland since 1907. And you know what? Looks like a kid's drawing. Scribble. That's what it looks like. Okay? Can't tell one from the other. There's just a whole shitload of them. There you go. Even one coming down towards Sydney. There you go. I don't know. That's what it's showing me. Okay. Senator Gerard Rennick said, I went to about 4 shops on the way home yesterday to find milk. My children drink milk like it's going out of fashion. And it was the same everywhere I went. The proper dairy milk was sold out while the oat milk and almond milk was not. Even with a cyclone bearing down on us, there's just some things that aren't worth going woke for. It's still quite calm in the west of Brisbane so far, with only minor wind gusts. If ever there was a time I wanted the BOM to get a forecast wrong, this is it, the Bureau of Meteorology. Good luck to everyone in the path of a cyclone. I hope you stay safe. There is minimal damage, and there is minimal damage to your property. See, people won't even touch it. It can't sell out. Some of it has, sort of, you know. But all the other milk's gone. And how do nuts produce milk? I'd like to know. I've never seen milk come from an almond. No. Oh, no, really. Do they just grind it up and mix it with water? What goes on there? Or oat milk. I've never seen milk come from an oat. You add milk to oats, but I've never seen milk actually come from an oat. Anywho, let's not worry about that. Melinda Richards said, I'm in my mid-50s and Aussie. Over the decades, I've seen floods, bushfires, tornadoes, cyclones, drought, monsoonal rain, vicious summer storms on a regular basis. It's ridiculous to think that somehow humans have something to do with it. Stunning photo taken at Moray Field 3 days ago by Jake, who sent it to Higgins Storm Chasers and shared again by Malcolm Roberts. We always have storms and floods and droughts. You know? I love a sunburnt country, a land of sweeping plains, of rugged mountain ranges, of droughts and flooding rains. Anyhow, again, let's not worry about that. Melinda Richards said, as many know, I'm based on the Gold Coast and we are currently waiting for Cyclone Alfred to arrive. Watching the media and politicians salivating at an impending disaster is nauseating. This picture is from the beach this morning. The dunes are now cliffs. Okay, this happens every time there's a storm. It does erode the coastline. That's what happens. And now our councils allow people to build right on the edge of a coastline because these people want a view of the ocean, an unobstructed view of the ocean. Keep moving closer to that cliff, guys. Keep going. You got enough money, right? You got enough money, not enough cents. You got the dollars, not the cents. There you go. Rob Smith, again, I've already read that one. What's this one? Danger Dan said, breaking news, State Disaster Coordination Centre. Poll shows Queenslanders would prefer cyclone disaster over another 3 years of an Albanese Labor government. That's a joke, obviously, guys. Cool-handled Luke said, if the cyclone doesn't completely destroy Brisbane, the media will be severely pissed off. That's what it sounds like. Okay, and that's it for today. Another 52 minutes. I'm doing well these days. Okay, let's go on to your comments. I'm sure I'll find more. Please hit the like button, guys, if you can help me out here. I appreciate that very much. It does help. Hit the thumbs down if you like. I mean, I don't really mind either way. Deb said, hello, Hev. Stu said, hey, g'day, Hev, Bella, and Mr. Smiggles. Got the two twin Debs here. Deb said, please give her a ticket to the front. Yes, let's watch these politicians go to the front line, please. All these people calling for war or saying Russia's going to attack you first, guys. See ya. I'll start a GoFundMe to send you there. I'm pretty sure the taxpayers won't mind, actually, funding your one-way ticket over there, guys. That would actually be a good use of taxpayer money. Stu, you said we buy all our oil from Russia. What a joke. Yes, we do. We are biting the hand that feeds us because apparently Australia gets most of its oil from Russia. And then I had someone who doesn't really, well, they know a little bit, but not a lot, saying, oh, but it goes to India and they refine it over there, so it's not Russian oil anymore. And I said, it still comes from Russia. Oh, dear. Yeah, please do hit the likes, guys. I appreciate that. Okay, Deb said they are not using any energy properly. No, they're not. Oh, hey, Randy, how you going? Hard times make hard men, lol. Yep, they do. Okay, Deb said we give it all away. Stu said she can take a mic and cameraman and silly podium to fight them with nonsense. Yep. Go over there and tell them they're misogynistic or something. Go on. Tell them all about the patriarchy and how bad it is. Deb said, what will happen after? Look what happened to Brazil. Hey, Michelle App, how you going? Good to see you. Dolores, how you going? Good to see ya. Del, how you going? Good to see ya. Deb said, yes, have fake chocolate coins. Yeah, that's what I think they're going to find at Fort Knox. Yep, those little chocolate, gold-wrapped chocolate coins. I think it's going to be like that. Del, how you going? I did say Del, didn't I? I'll say hello twice. It doesn't matter. Okay, where am I up to? Deb said, welcome to country. Yeah, the cyclone hasn't been welcome to country yet. It's not willing to come ashore yet. Stu said, hello, Michelle and Dolores. Tip my hat to the morning, top of the morning to yous. Deb said, good old Australia, while laughing her head off. Yep. Randy said, nobody doing nothing in Canada to stop corruption. Fair enough, Randy. Zena said, hey, Hevites coming from Cyclone City. How you going there, Zena? Randy said, help, SOS. Deb said, just a short cut. Randy said, my ass is sore from all the government, bending you over and, giving it to you. I agree, Randy. Deb said, and they go surfing. Yes, they do. Australians go surfing when there's a cyclone coming. Deb J said, Zena, don't blow away. Zena said, I do have. It's being really hyped, but I went through one in North Queensland as it was scary. Yeah. Zena said, hey, I don't think it will, but if I do, my whole cabin will be coming with me. God love you, Zena. Stay safe up there. Deb said, you can boil the water. Zena said, just like the Wizard of Oz, lols. Well, not only that, like Deb, I'm sure if you put a couple of buckets outside, you can collect a lot of rainwater in a cyclone, unless your buckets are going to blow away. Put bricks in them. And then boil it and drink it and filter it. Kevin said, I'm just outside Lismore up in the mountains. It's just rain at the moment. The wind isn't that bad. Let's hope it's a dud. Just like Albo, right? It was named Anthony after all at first. They had to rename it Alfred because of Anthony Albanese. What a fitting name for it. Cyclone Anthony. Zena says, same Kevin, me near the border in Queensland. Zena said, but the GC hinterland, I think, is protecting me. Kevin says, I hope Lismore makes it through okay. Yeah, Lismore suffers hard, doesn't it? Randy said, I use snow to slide down the hill. Studio said, what a pisser punters politics is putting up billboards pointing out government corruption. He did one in Japan about giving them our gas free. Next it'll be Australia, coming soon. Zena said, Hev, I want XRP to go up, but I want it to fall back down so that I can get some more, lol. Yeah. I don't know, you kind of I got to just sit with what I've got. Because I can't afford to either at the moment. So, like, it's just sitting, whatever I've got is whatever I've got, and let's hope that's enough. Del said, these people are satanic and insane. Rats in military already done it. Randy said, bottled water is not good. Yeah, I think a lot of that plastic leaches into it, but who am I, you know? I don't know anything. I'm not a scientist. Deb said, they keep sending supplies. Zena said, those female astronauts look ridiculous. Deb said, yes, it would still get in your face. Studio said, tap water's worse though, Randy. Better the devil you know, I guess. Zena said, can you imagine the smell of that stinking capsule? Deb said, how much hair gel and spray is being delivered to them? Probably a lot. I reckon we're going to find out, right, when they doge NASA. They might find out how much hairspray and gel and stuff that they've used. Yeah, watch the $50 billion for hair gel on hairspray. Zena said, do you have periods in space? Yeah, probably goes back in and probably doesn't even come out, you know. Anti-gravity and all that. Randy said, I'm a plumber in Canada. Our tap water is monitored daily and standard for tap water higher than bottled. Deb said, yeah, shit sits on the table next to them. It doesn't float. Exactly. There's so much you could pick from it. The hair was just the main thing I was trying to point out because it's just so in your face and so ridiculous. How can the public, general public, not see that? Does it not click if they do get a clip of normal anti-gravity simulators on Earth, you know? Like, I don't know. Deb J said, they really think we're dumb. Zena said, all these little Napoleons running around. Zena said, Putin, Macron, Zelensky, all short men. Yeah, exactly. Randy said, my job is clean water separate from dirty. Deb said, Macro in bed with Mardi Gras. Yeah, probably. Deb said, small man syndrome. Mm-hmm. Stu said, lol, Xena, Navy found the warship they've exclusively had only women all started having their periods together and they run the ship aground illegally? Oh, my God. Xena said, one of my buckets just blew down the hill. Oh, no. Or maybe don't do the bucket thing unless, you put a few bricks in there. I don't know. Dell said, NATO is the anger. Putin's saner than the globalists. No unicorns in Russia. Yep. Randy said, upper level winds moving down. I had some people try and tell me yesterday that Ukraine was in the right and Russia was in the wrong. And I'm just like, okay, I'll agree to disagree. I'm not going to argue with you because this is going to go nowhere fast. Okay. Just going to be saying no, Ukraine's the aggressor. No, Russia's the aggressor. No, Ukraine is. No, Russia is. No. Anyway. Okay, Randy said upper level winds moving down. Sana said, oh, yeah, those poor male sailors. Can you imagine the collective PMT blues, aggro? Oh, God. Yeah, I couldn't get off that ship fast enough if it was me. Deb said he probably invited them. Zena said reverse psychology, perhaps Hev with Ricardo. No, I believe that's what he thinks he means. That's what he means. I really do. You don't vote, then you can't complain when you get the same shit again. Sorry, but that's the way it is. I know it shouldn't be that way, but that is the way it is. Shooter, you said, yes, I can, Zena. I've been there. Sherry said, hey, y'all. Kevin said, if you boycott the vote, wouldn't they fine you? Yeah, a lot of people just are willing to get fined anyway. Deb said, I'm trying to get people to understand the way they vote will get more of the same. Yep. Randy said, that's why they call them seamen. Zena said, Albo would poo his pants if some crazy Russian pointed their gun at him, and yet he sends our boys, cowardly. Look, them and their families first. Lead by example. Deb J said he looks and sounds like Mr. Magoo. Yes, he does. He's terrible. Randy said, don't vote. Okay, get the same thing again. Studio said, still suffering shell shock from it all. Hey, Dan, how you going? No, but that's what you'll get. You'll get the same thing again, and you can't complain because you didn't vote. Dell said, total nonsense from the weather expert there. Zena said, how about turning those turbines so fast they ignite and explode their giant fins for kilometres? Exactly. And they will go flying in those cyclonic winds for kilometres. Zena said, did we really vote for him? No, I don't know. We didn't. Look, Labor had 30%. Liberal had 37%. I don't know how Labor got in, but they freaking did. Probably preferences or some shit. People voting for the Greens and that as well because they preference Labor. So, and none of the small parties preference anyone. It's up to you. You put 1 to 6 and do not even mention the main parties. That's in the top line, I think. I'm going to have to share another video on how to vote anyway, guys. I'll put it up after I've done this. Zena said it's not his money. He doesn't realise that. Entitlement, okay? Deb said if he can't win, he's sending you to war. Dan said we have many windmills in New Hampshire. Really? Stu said, oh, they took off and flew away, Zena. Deb said no help with any bill. Randy said if you vote, you give permission to be ruled. Yeah, I think that's fair enough at the moment. The way we're living, we have to. I understand the sovereign being thing, man, but they could be leading you down the road, mate, down the garden path, up shit creek without a paddle, that type of thing. I'm wary, mate. Zena said, what petty organisation is backing that lazy-speaking man? Go away, Albo. Zena said, I want to know if AOC will be the arrest that shocks the world. I don't think enough people know about AOC. Dan Markle Sr. said, I'm pretty sure they cost more than they ever produce. Stu to you said that's what Bozzy is saying at the moment, Randy. If no one votes, they're screwed. Yeah, but you can't get the whole of Australia not to vote. And the votes that they do get, they're going to use them and win. That's the problem. Randy said it costs 1 cent per kilowatt to make electricity in Niagara Falls. Deb said it's out for all us to see. Zena said, arrest John Brennan. Their treason is becoming intolerable. Exactly. Randy said, you're voting for your enslavement. I don't agree, Randy. I'll agree to disagree, though. Stu said, it's all of us out to sea. Did you mean, Deb? We're screwed. Deb said, please hit the like button and you can go back to lurking. Thank you all very much. Zena said, bust them all. Did you hear Mrs. Newland say, fuck the EU? So happy I heard that. Deb said, yes, Albo sold us out. Zena said, she's done another warmonger to bite the dust. Deb said, mockingbird. Zena said, they all have the same hand gesture while they speak. Studio said, gotta love how Trump plays the air accordion as he speaks. Yes, he does. Zena said, they lie in bed with each other and plot and scheme, they do. Zena said, can Elon look into COVID planned? Yes. Budget, please. I know some of it went to the Gettysburg Museum. I believe they are looking into it all. Zena said, they could cut off food to Gaza and the world was in outcry. No one cares about America. How you going, Sherry? Did I say hello to you earlier? And J1, how you going, J1? Zena said, I do, and patriots do, but other countries have used and abused the great USA. Zena said, Z has humped his last leg, and so have the Democrats. Good one, Zena. Studio said we should keep alive in a zoo and test new experiments on them. Yeah, interesting way to go, yeah. Zena said, Hev, do a deep dive into the Shriners. They're all grinners but use Freemasonry as a scapegoat. They are Muslims. Creeping Sharia was real. I'll write that down, Shriners. Okay. Yeah, Zena said Cyclone Tracy on Christmas Day. Deb said it was because not enough people got the Jabberwocky as causing cyclones. Yes. Zena said, Hev, they were responsible for this inland tsunami in Gatton. Del said, weather by terror weaponized by the madmen, Hurricane Beijing. Deb said, no green beam visible while the news reporters tell you about the incoming cyclone. Zena said, the university in Toowoomba did a pair where they said we made it too strong, but now it has disappeared. Did a post saying they made it too strong. Deb said that the government invited. Zena said a paper. Oh, they did a paper where they said they made it too strong. Wow. Studios said, no, it wasn't Hev, no, it was our warship. Don't believe what you read all the time. J1 said, I heard Pauline Hanson grabbed a shotgun and a boat and is going out to meet the cyclone face to face. Studio said, I heard it from one of the sailors on that warship. Deb said, oh my God. Zena said, never let a man-made disaster go to waste if you can exploit the poles. Yes, exactly. Deb said, he looks like Elmer Fudd. Yep. Zena said, how convenient. The legislation is already prepared. How convenient is that? Studio said, J1, yep, she should make a cartoon about it too. I haven't seen any of her cartoons for ages. Okay. Okay, where are we? Zena said they call it milk, but it's cellulose with water. There you go. Zena said my feed is flooded with Alfred videos from news stations. They get off on it. They do. They love it. Because disaster sells. Sex sells, blood sells, you know, all that sort of stuff. They absolutely love it. They eat it up. They are nuts. Studio said a land of bushflies as big as cats and with mozzies and crocs and bats. Zena said, Hev, that drop at Southport used to be level beach, but now it's 7 metres. Holy McShizzle, and the storm isn't here yet. Zena said, sorry, Hev, just like. No worries at all. Del said, hit the likes, you larrikins. Deb said, like I said to Storm, they bring up old news when nothing to news about, and now they're waiting for a cataclysm. Out to lunch, how you going? Donna's taking care of her mum and dad tonight. Oh, God love her. Zena said at war with Russia, but they need Russia's gas to enable them to go to war with Russia. Yes, it's a bit crazy, isn't it? Joanne, how you going? Russia's the only country that has not been invaded by the world, never by anyone. No wonder Putin will fight to keep it that way. Exactly. Zena said, seeing how big the landmass of Russia is. Why is my thing doing that? Joanne said, hi all and bye all. Hope everyone has a great day. You too, Joanne. Randy said, check out Canada landmass. Zena said, my roof is banging though. Oh, careful there. Joanne said, yes, Zena, watch this fellow who show the size. It's big. Deb said, prayers for a fizzler of a storm. Zena said, just like Diddy's bathroom. J1 said, ooh. Studio said, more hair gel than Diddy freak off, probably. Joanne Nielsen said, haha, Diddy copycats. Dolores said, they think we're all dumb because so many really are that dumb. Yeah, those people that really are that dumb, I'm beginning to think they're NPCs. Look up NPCs on YouTube because there's a lot of people coming out with it now saying, the NPCs really exist? Do we live with NPCs in this world? I think we do. Deb said it's not Hitler cloning, it was Nepal. Oh, they could be clones. That could be why they're NPCs. You never know. Zena said, 1 second there's no wind, 10 seconds later the trees are bent over. Wow. Randy said, supper time. Joanne said, wow, Zena, it's getting windy in Port Stephens now. Zena said, I think the fine is give a good excuse or pay $20. Zena said, wow, Joanne, that's a long way down. Zena said, be careful, the wind is really gusty down the coast, I mean. Randy said, windy here too. Deb said, yes, real men would and did fight for our freedoms. Yes, they did. Zena said, I think it's our duty to establish a system of laws. Somehow we've been hijacked. Zena said, I've got to give Elaine from Seinfeld for that one. Yep. Studio said, Zena, 100% a constitution, have referendums on all political decisions. Zena said, I meant to say they're all Shriners. J1 said, you have to be a Mason to be invited to be a Shriner. Wow. Deb said, Shriners and founders sound alike. Hey, did I read that thing today? Hang on a second. Have we finished with the news? Did I not bookmark it? Oh, there it is. I left something out, guys, which I'm going to leave for tomorrow. Red Pill Drifter asked, Watergate, or didn't ask, said Watergate was really Pedogate. Okay, this is going to be one for tomorrow, guys, so make sure you tune in tomorrow because I'm going to go over this one. Was Watergate really Pedogate? I don't know what just reminded me then. Something about Shriners, guys, and founders. I don't know. Deb, just you and J1 and Zena, you all triggered something in my head to check that out because I knew I'd bookmarked something else in there. Okay. Studio said, I thought a Shiner, Shiner was a black eye, something you give the missus. She steps out of line. Oh, Stu. Shriner, I see. I see you being funny there. Joanne said, hey, dude. Deb said, I want a bloody landslide voting against all large parties. Yep. Yeah, Joanne said, yes, on the NPC. I really believe that we are living with NPCs. And could they be clones is what I'm asking as well. Could they have actually cloned people and these are the NPCs we have walking around the world? There's maybe not 8 billion people in the world because most of them are clones and not most of them, an amount of them, maybe clones and NPCs. Zena said, hey, Deb, I think you're onto something with the Hitler thing. Stu said, I'm voting but not 100% on who yet. Have all the little parties. Stu. Joanne said, clones don't have belly buttons. Look up actors with none. Oh, there you go, Joanne. Deb said it's Shannon farting, really causing the cyclone. Studio said, I got an innie, Joanne. Zena said, Shriner, not shiny, you silly. J1 said, the moon is plasma. Zena said, did Adam have a belly button or Eve? I don't know. Zena said, love to all peace and tranquility, you too, Randy. Studio said, no, that was my neighbour, not me, have RE Shiners. Joanne said, Stu, then you collect dust, lol, nice looking one. J1 said, they roll off a conveyor belt at Pine Gap, Hev. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Deb said, American friars had incubator babies that came from cloning. Studio said, belly button fluff. Way out of left field, Stu. Joanne said, no, they didn't have one even Adam. Didn't they? Oh, there you go. Okay, guys, I hope you join me tomorrow for another live stream. I shall see you then. I'm about to go. Hope you have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.